Hello, squirrel friends. It's Justin Abbott. I wanted to come on and say hello and speak to you a little bit about what Pride means to me, because Burnaby Pride is coming up, and myself and Chris Topper, who is my drag dad, are performing, and I think it's important to talk about what Pride is other than this. By this I mean rainbows. So for me, Pride is about acceptance, and in realizing how lucky I have it, and that not everybody does, and that we have to fight for that. That's unacceptable. That you are allowed to say who you love, and that's fine, but they're not allowed to say who they love, and that's not okay. So that's what it meant to me is learning about that acceptance, learning that not everybody gets that acceptance, finding that absolutely unacceptable. And the other part of it is the history of the people who fought for these rights and fought for this opportunity for me, for all of us going forward. That's important to know. You don't just get to be entitled and have these liberties and this safety. And to be fair, a lot of people still do not. So we need to continue fighting for that. But I feel like there's a sense of responsibility that if you're going to be a part of this community, and that if you're going to celebrate Pride, you have to celebrate the history and the tears and the fighting and the protests and the pain that went into it, not just the rainbows and the party. That's what Pride is about for me, and the outlet that provided for me creatively, confidence-wise, feeling comfortable and confident in my own skin, even though this is obviously not me naturally. Feels like it. I love Pride. Every year it means more and more and more to me, and the more I learn, the more I love it, the more I feel grateful to be a part of it. So, thank you. And thank you, Burnaby Pride. Congratulations on 3 years. I'm super jazzed to be a part of this celebration. Having been a Burnaby resident for several years, it's exciting to see the outreaches outside of Vancouver developing their own community and their own events. I live in South Delta now, and I hope that is going to happen out here, So you never know. Thank you for hearing me out just now. Look forward to seeing y'all on July 25th. Have a wonderful, fantastic rest of your day, night, evening, morning. Don't know when you're watching this. And love you all. Mwah. Happy Pride.
Pride means many things to me. As a disabled queer trans person whose body is inherently political, my loving myself fully is an act of resistance and part of the ongoing protest that is Pride. Pride's roots were a riot, and it is vital to acknowledge those who fought and came before us, as well as to stand alongside the many people who are doing the ongoing work, protesting, and learning that is still necessary today to recognize and honor the many intersecting identities within the rainbow alphabet family. As a disabled person, I have often been excluded from Pride. I have seen Pride celebrations and events that have not considered disabled LGBTQ2SIA+ folk, or who have considered us and actively chosen to exclude us. I've had to fight for space and accessibility at Pride events, thankfully while working alongside many other great advocates. In my work at my organization, Creating Accessible Neighborhoods, we work with Vancouver and Burnaby Pride to move Pride forward to be more equitable and welcoming. It has taken more time than it should have for Pride events and organizers to acknowledge and listen to disabled people as well as to other populations pushed to the margins. And even though this ongoing fight leaves me with complicated feelings about Pride, I also feel that Pride means community. It means being and celebrating who we are fully, proudly, and authentically. It is the constant work that is necessary to fight prejudice, bias, and exclusion, within our community as well as without. It is solidarity with other movements, and it is building relationships and understanding and moving towards a tomorrow when Pride season is no different from the rest of the year. What does Pride mean to you?
Pride means to me that we are getting together to celebrate the accomplishments that were hard fought by the folks before us. Pride also means to me that we are getting together to continue the fight and the struggle in Canada and around the world for queer rights and human rights for all. Happy Pride, Burnaby.
Hi, Burnaby Pride! I wanted to share what Pride means to me as an ally of the LGBTQIA2S+ community. It means for me a chance to support my friends and family who are part of the community, to let them know that I love them and that I'll do whatever it takes to help change the world to be a place where they can live their true selves. And it also means to me the opportunity to create a new world for my kid. I don't know how they'll grow up to be, how they'll identify, and I want to make sure that they're loved and they're safe. And so it's really important to me, both personally and professionally, to be involved in Pride. So happy Pride, everybody. I'm really looking forward to it. Thank you.
What does pride mean to me? Pride means fight back. Pride means that we're here, we're queer, and we're going to keep fighting for our rights. Happy Pride, Burnaby. We are here today celebrating the achievements that have been made by queer, trans people and their allies, and also recognizing that we still have a long way to go. So let's keep celebrating, but let's also keep uniting and standing together for human rights for all.
If I could tell my younger self something as I stand outside my high school, that one day, you may not believe it, but there'll be a rainbow crosswalk outside the school.
Pride means to me a day to celebrate the community and diversity amongst individuals. I do hope that one day we won't have to have an individual Pride Day, and that all of us people, regardless of sexual orientation, gender, race, everything, that we're just one big happy family in the world. Happy Pride. Happy Pride.
Something I wish I'd learned earlier is that while labels can be restricting, they can also be freeing. A word to pinpoint shared experience, and a key to opening doors into community. Finding my place within the alphabet helped me to find my place within the larger queer community. Happy Pride, everyone.
What I would tell my younger self. Right now, you may not envision a life where you'd find others just like you, others that know that deep inside they're different, but they would be afraid to express it. You may not envision a life where you'd find acceptance and love from family and friends. You may not envision a life where you'd fall in love and be able to marry a man that brings peace and stability in your life. You may not be able to envision a life where you'd have 2 beautiful children. You may not be able to envision a life where you truly understand what it means to be proud of who you are. But you will. I promise. Life is beautiful. You are beautiful. So be proud of yourself and everything that you will envision in your life.